What's good, you guys? Whew. How y'all doing? I know it's been a minute since I've shown my face up here. What's good, y'all? Whew, Lord have mercy. How's everybody doing today? How's life treating you? I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like the energy is very, very transformational. Hey, my love, how you doing? The energy is feeling very, very expansive right now. There's been a shift, not just a shift in the sun moving into Sagittarius, but there's a shift in the collective. There's a shift in the collective psyche, the mindset. And I'm here for it, honey. I don't know if it's just me, but Scorpio season definitely did a number on me. It definitely forced me to truly go within and truly look within and look at things that were happening within myself that was causing me to self-sabotage. So I don't know how it's been for you, but I can definitely speak for myself and say that Scorpio season forced me to look at myself and to force me to check myself, hold myself accountable. Ooh. For the things that I have held on to from the past, for the things that I had to let go of, in order for me to truly see myself and to be unapologetically myself. So I don't know if that is just my energy or if this is a shift that the collective has been going through. But the energy is very much so a different energy. It's an energy of being about that action. It's the energy of finally being able to be at peace with the past in order for us to move forward and to fully transition to who we are meant to be in this moment in time. Yes, very much so up and down emotionally, very much so struggling with imposter syndrome. I know I'm not the only one who has been dealing with the imposter syndrome. It's almost as if this feeling of not feeling deserving of good things. It's like when you're so used to bad things happening to you, it's like, how could you even fathom anything good? It's like thinking that good things, thinking that growth, thinking that expansion is out of your reach because it feels too good to be true. Heavy on this energy. But that is where the mindset shift comes in. That's when you change your perspective and you look at it from a glass being half full rather than the glass being half empty. Knowing that, okay, the things that I truly wanted, things that I truly desired in the past turned out not to be the things that I truly needed. And having the spiritual maturity to realize that it's easier to surrender to God's will than to try to force our will. By you surrendering, it takes away the anxiety, it takes away the fear, it takes away the depression. And knowing that when you release fear, that's too many spirits, that's when you attract abundance. But when you live in a scarcity, fear-based mindset, and you wonder why scarcity and fear are plaguing you in your present, it's plaguing your reality because that's what you feel as though you deserve. So when you change the mindset and knowing that you deserve better and knowing that you deserve abundance, blessings, success, that you deserve that new car, that you deserve that new job, that you deserve an emotionally available and mature partner, that you deserve to be healthy and to feel, good in your body, to feel good in your own skin. Because let me tell you something, the old me would not have popped up on here in a wife beater. And part of me still, deals with that need to always put on, to always be perfect, to look perfect, to present this facade to the world that I have it all together. But one thing I learned in Scorpio season, now shifting into Sagittarius season, shout out to my fellow Sagittarians out here, is that true growth is being unapologetically and authentically you. And knowing that nobody can tell you about you. Nobody can make you feel bad about being you. Nobody can make you question yourself. Nobody can make you question your worth. You realize that the actions of others are not yours to carry. Excuse my loud ass family in the background. Watching Family Feud. But when you learn to love yourself, nobody can make you question yourself. Nobody can make you question the person that you see in the mirror. Because when you authentically love you and authentically accept you, that is a foundation that is unshakable. I see beauty in the parts of me that I used to think were broken. Can't make this stuff up. I see beauty in the parts of me I used to think were broken. At the bottom of the deck, there is beauty in the waiting, in the becoming, in the heart-stretching seasons of growth. There is beauty in the waiting, in the becoming, in the heart-stretching seasons of growth. And what have we been talking about the whole time already? Growth. So growth is not an easy process. It's not pretty. People think that self-love is facials and pedis and manicures, and self-love is shadow work. Self-love is discipline. Self-love is not texting that dude back or not texting that female back. Self-love is denying your flesh of the things that you want, the things that some of us feel like we need. Hey, my love. Like, for example, for me, I'm on a new phase in my health journey where I'm denying myself of foods that I used to eat for comfort. Me prioritizing my physical health over a temporary satisfaction, through a Klondike bar. I don't even like Klondike bars, but somebody might. That's all, that word just came to my mind. It's knowing that self-love is the true form. Discipline is a true form of self-love. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of us really needing to focus on living in our truth, knowing that the key to success is authenticity. When people really can feel your energy, can relate to you. Some of us are entrepreneurs, and some of us have been having a hard time, connecting with our clients, with our audience, with our collective. And I feel like that's personally a message for me. Like, I'm in a place where I'm no longer going to sugarcoat nothing. For a long time, I have been, trying to live up to my peers, live up to everybody else's, standards for me, or what I thought the standard was as a reader, as an oracle, as a light worker, as you say. But I had to realize that when I am myself authentically, that is when people who truly fuck with me will come to me, will gravitate towards me. And that's what Spirit wants you to know, is when you are authentically you will have a soul tribe of people around you, a village, of people who who know you, who do not judge you, who you will not have to question. Okay, and that circle may be small as hell. It may be the three people on this card. It may be three people, including you. It may be you, your mama, and your dog. You know, hell, it could be you, God, and your vibrator for some of you. But it's about, truly knowing that you are true to you. You're true to your values. You're true to your mindsets, and you're no longer allowing negative mindsets or negative Nancy's from the past to come back in and shake your foundation. Knight of Swords. So some of y'all could be dealing with that imposter syndrome, like I was talking about before. Seven of Swords. Dealing with negative thinking, negative, connection. Some of us needing to realize that self-love is the best love. Needing to realize that we are what we attract. So a lot of the times we attract what we are, and we don't realize that the reason why we attract certain people is because we are a reflection of that person. So the lack of self-love you may be feeling may be why you attract somebody who doesn't truly have your best interest at heart, who doesn't love themselves, so they seek out people who don't love themselves either, so they can take advantage, so they can manipulate, they can annihilate your self-esteem. I'm not taking questions this live. I will be doing live readings soon, okay? But I know you sent me, a question, hun, and I'm going to answer it, okay? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. For some of us, those negative mindsets come from childhood. Some of us are breaking generational curses. Judgment card in the reverse. Some of us are having a hard time letting go of our loved ones. Some of us have loved ones who have transitioned into the spirit realm, and it is paining you to let them go. Some of you are scrolling through your phone, looking at the memories, old pictures, old videos. Some of you guys are mourning an old relationship. Okay, World card in the reverse. Yes, there are cycles that we're still in the process of closing at this time. Cycles that Scorpio season exposed to us that we need to heal from, that we need to release from, that we need to grow from. Queen of Cups as the crown energy of this spread. So it's about having more compassion for you. Okay, it's about focusing on your own healing, focusing on following your own intuition, focusing on your creative projects, focusing on, self-love, self-care. Like I said, true self-care. Self-care sometimes is denial. Denying ourselves of our fleshly wants, denying ourselves of our fleshly desires, denying ourselves, like I said, of answering that text message, of deleting that thread once and for all. Loving yourself enough to know that you deserve more than a situation that makes you constantly look over your shoulder, that has you constantly thinking, what the hell is this person doing behind my back? Heavy on this energy. Heavy on the energy of realizing that this is your calling. But when you allow self-sabotaging beliefs to get in the way, that delays your calling, that delays you from walking into your calling. When you are so busy looking back at the past and not looking forward towards your abundant future, and knowing that you are deserving and that you are worthy, and that the things that you went through was meant to mold you, meant to shape you, meant to bring you to this place that you are currently in, where you are finding yourself and truly loving yourself and authentically being yourself. And anybody who truly cares for you and truly loves you will make the adjustment. They will respect you. They will respect your boundaries. They'll respect the changes that you're making. And they will not try and be a negative influence on you. Heavy on some of you, your own family being the negative influences that are trying to keep you stuck in the same rut that has been, like I said, been generational. Some of us, we've been given the responsibility to break generational curses, to be the first in the family to graduate, to be the first in the family to kick that habits, whether it's smoking, whether it's drinking, whether it's binge eating, whether it is Another eating disorder. I'm hearing bulimia, anorexia, things of that nature. You know, really changing the mindset, changing the way things are for your bloodline, for your future children, for your children's children. You being that, what's the word I'm looking for? You being that link, that missing link in the chain to truly mending that it's like you're mending the missing link. Heavy on this energy of you becoming more spiritually inclined, becoming more spiritually mature and more spiritually aware. You remembering things from a past life. You remembering or rediscovering powers and abilities that have been generational, that have been forgotten, that we have lost in translation, that the enemy tried to steal from us. Heavy on this energy of the enemy trying to steal our identity, steal our, ability to know thyself and to love thyself. Us being reconnected with our ancestors, with our higher self, learning about the power that we truly possess, that we never knew that we had. Okay, so the thing about spirituality, reason why it's become such a trend is because certain people, they utilize it as a tool to get over on people, and then other people use it as a tool to awaken people. There's a difference. There's a difference between people using it, trying to use it as a gimmick, trying to use it as a way to get followers, like these fake pages out here who are pretending to be me and so many other spiritual workers out here, trying to get a quick profit. And there's the people actually who are speaking from experience, who actually went through the dark night of the soul, who went through the spiritual awakening, who had to do the work, who had to go through the pain, who had to go through the painful transitions in order to be able to sit here and tell you guys what it is that we had to go through in order for us to even get to this place, and to let you know that we are still learning. We're still in the thick of it. We're still on the journey that you are on as well. Okay? So we are trying to help awaken and enlighten you all, so you can have the tools to know to follow your intuition, to be able to tell when a nigga or a female got you fucked up, to know when they are being untruthful, to know when people do not have your best interest, to know when people are trying to block your blessings, trying to block you from really self-actualizing who you always have been, being that God, being that goddess, not knowing that you're not higher than the Most High, but realizing that having that God consciousness, knowing that you were made in God's image, so that makes you a God, that makes you a goddess. Are you on the same level as the Most High? Absolutely not. But when you have that consciousness of knowing your worth, knowing you are divine, knowing that you have a divine purpose, that is when you are able to fully and authentically embrace who you are, and nobody will be able to shake that foundation. You'll be able to call out a hater a mile away. You'll be able to call out somebody who is meant to attack you spiritually. Heavy on the spiritual warfare, being out here and being alive and being well. Heavy on us needing to be mindful of what spiritual warfare actually is. So shadow work basically is you actually dealing with the parts of you that you used to think were broken, seeing beauty in the parts of you used to think were broken. No longer being ashamed of the past, no longer being ashamed of your old self, embracing your old self, loving on your old self, loving on your inner child, but not allowing the mindsets, not allowing the habits, not allowing the projections of the past to keep you hostage in the present. That is what shadow work is. It's writing down the things that no longer serve you. Doing scripting, it's meditating, it's praying, it's doing things to raise your vibration when you are feeling low. That is what shadow work is. It's recognizing your triggers and knowing how to combat those triggers. So, yeah, this spiritual life is not for the weak. It ain't no joke. But once you learn about yourself, once you learn your triggers, heavy on you needing to learn your birth chart, some of you. Really get into that birth chart. Also, like I said, some of us, our ancestors want to connect with us. They are trying to communicate with us through angel numbers, through synchronicities, through signs, through animals. Some of us may have been seeing a lot of dogs lately. Or your dog has been extra antsy, or maybe your dog has been barking, more than usual. Heavy on this energy of you needing to pay attention to the people that your dog likes and who they don't. Because a lot of the times, our pets will see things that we don't see. Literally, pets can see spirits. Pets can see, things that we cannot see. So definitely connect with your fur babies. Definitely connect with your friends or your family's fur babies as well. You got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside of you, listen to that shit, okay? Listen to that intuition. Let your intuition guide you. Let it guide you through this healing. Let it guide you through your goals. Let it guide you through this transition. If you feel like somebody is lying to you, if you feel like somebody does not have your best interest, if you feel like there is a snake in the grass, there's a snake in your circle, there's somebody who, is not elevating on the same level as your others, people in your soul tribe, who secretly envy you, who secretly want to sabotage you. Somebody is dealing with somebody who is trying to sabotage them. You needing to be real with yourself. You needing to believe what you see, okay? Believe the downloads that you see and that you hear and that you feel. Because for some of you, somebody is talking about you behind your back. It says, get over yourself, pull your shit together, give back, help people, do good shit for humanity. So focus on things that bring you joy. Focus on things that you are passionate about, things that are going to help you and help others, things that are a part of your purpose, that are part of your calling, sharing your story and not getting caught up in the past, but using your past as a way for you to elevate in your future and for you to inspire other people, for you to show other people the tools that they needed to know in order for them to heal from the past, in order for them to use that past pain and transmute it into power. Okay, we have stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do so. So that's what that shadow work is. That's taking accountability for the things that you allowed. Taking accountability for the things that you may have ignoring those downloads, ignoring those red flags, ignoring, the blatant, disrespect, people leaving you on red, ghosting you, people, making those, people who try to tell you shady jokes, throwing shade and then saying, oh, I'm just kidding. Stop being so sensitive. Watch out for those kind of people, because there's always truth behind every joke. So step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Eat some yummy shit, bacon, chocolate, beer. Get some. So that is all about, and it's funny, we're in Sagittarius season. And it's all about Sagittarius rules. The Sagittarius card in tarot is temperance, and temperance is all about patience. It's about moderation. So Spirit is saying be patient in your health journey. Thank you, my love. Spirit is saying being patient in your health journey. Do not, and the Spirit is talking to me, do not overdo it. Do not starve yourself, okay? Be mindful of what you put in your body, and you can have a cheat day every now and then, but in moderation. Like I said, Sagittarius is all about patience, and it's about moderation. You are giving too many fucks. Give zero. So why do you care about what people are saying behind your back? What other people have to say is none of your business. So some of you, it's your cousins, it's your sister, it's your best friend from the sandbox. Some of it is, that you know, that follower online who be watching you secretly, who really is a secret hater, who always got something to say or always got to try to disagree with you in your comments. These are the people that you're giving too many fucks about. The co-workers who, you know, always got to be in drama. You know, your baby father, some of you. Some of you are dealing with a baby father, possibly a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo, who doesn't want to see you doing better without them. Heavy on this energy. This person trying to sabotage you, trying to make you feel like you can't do any better than them. But all in the meantime, they can do what they want. You're giving your power away. You are a badass. Act like it. So it's time for you to not just speak about it, but to think it and to be about it. Okay, it's time to change that negative thinking and turn it into a positive, to be more, you know, proactive and not allow past triggers or people from the past who are trying to pop back up and pretty much halt all the work that you've put in. You know, so it's about having that discipline and that self-love and knowing when people are trying to trigger you and not allowing the people who are trying to trigger you, you know, to shake your foundation, to bring you down, not allowing, you know, the triggers to get to you, not allowing them to take you out of your power. It's time to step into that divine feminine. It's time to step into that divine masculine and stop giving your power away to things and people that you cannot control. Okay? The only person you can control is you, my love. Believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking la la land. This is a general reading, my love. So spirit, like I said, believe what you see. Believe what it is that your higher self is trying to communicate with you at this time. Like I said, if some of you it's a family member or a friend who is a snake in the grass. Some of you it's a past lover who keeps popping the fuck up every time you are making strides to better yourself. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. So now it's the time. If you've been looking for a sign about doing the shadow work, if you were looking for a sign on whether or not you should not trust this person or whether or not you should start distancing yourself from people, look at this as that sign. Some of you need to start putting your ideas into motion. Some of you have allowed fear, have allowed imposter syndrome, self-sabotaging to get in the way of you going after your goals, going after that business, establishing those generational wealth, those multiple streams of income. You have the ideas, so now it's about putting those ideas into action. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. They sure the fuck can. Lord knows. The reason why I haven't been fully walking into my purpose is because of self-sabotaging thoughts. It's because of shitty thoughts. It's about being in a pessimistic mindset. So take it from somebody who is working through it herself and is actively going to step into, these ideas and to step into my calling. Look at this as your sign to do the same and don't obsess over the outcome. Just do it. If the divine tells you to do it, trust your intuition. Go for it. And don't allow self-sabotaging thoughts from your past or things that happened in your past to keep you hostage in the present. Okay? Because you are the best thing that ever happened to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. Okay? You don't need anybody to buy a drink for you. Literally, you can have your own glass. A wine, a brown, whatever it is that you like to drink, even if it's tea. Okay. All right. So what is the self-care message that we need for the week ahead? What do we need to know at this time? Our greatest night is good. so what was I just talking about? Drink tea. So there's different teas for different things, my loves. Okay, this is a bedtime tea. This is a tea that I drink, before I get ready to lay it down, y'all. This is a general reading. I will be posting my individual sign messages on my YouTube channel. So if you are not already subscribed to the YouTube, then make sure you go and subscribe. That is the imposter syndrome that I was talking about, where I have been afraid to invest into YouTube. And that is the imposter syndrome that I am breaking at this moment. So if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube, please go and subscribe. That is where majority of my content will be from now on. Okay, so we have health checkups. So some of us need to check in with our health, get our annual screenings and things of that nature. Some of us need to look into getting our mental health checked in on. Thank you, love. It says hydrate. Okay, so make sure you are hydrating, drinking your water, drinking tea, being thankful for having clean drinking water, because that's one of the things we often take for granted. It says sing. Okay, sing. I didn't sing my intro. It's okay. I'll sing it next time. But some of us love to sing. Some of us are artists. Some of us, just love to sing in the shower, sing on the way to work, things of that nature. So definitely utilize singing as a way to open up that throat chakra. A lot of the times, the songs that we sing speak the things that we are afraid to speak out loud. So some of us need to really open up that throat chakra. Maybe write a song, and sing how you're feeling. Sync with the moon. So some of us are going to be syncing with the new moon in Sagittarius, or definitely pay attention to how the moon phases affect you in the present moment, and affects your moods, affects your sexual appetite and things of that nature. Thank you so much for your kindness. I appreciate that. So speaking of the new moon in Sagittarius, so I plan on having an event on the new moon in Sagittarius. Basically, it's gonna be like an opportunity for me to really connect with the collective, connect with my gang. Shout out to Yoni Goddess Gang for the people who have been here since day one. I truly appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart, and we're going to continue to run it up. Shout out to the Goddess Gang. I'm going to be holding an event on the new moon in Sagittarius. Basically, it's going to be an event where we, get together and we have like a guided meditation. Then I want to do like a venting / chop it up session where we basically do some releasing, do some shadow work, and also write down the things you want to manifest with this new moon energy, and try to dissect the things that may be holding us back from doing so. And I'm also going to be doing a group message for everybody who decides to join. So I will be posting more information about that soon. So make sure you are on the lookout for all of that. So I'm going to end the reading with a pull from the Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle deck. And it doesn't matter if you are a god or a goddess, the message still applies. The message still applies, okay? So what is the message the Yoni Goddess Gang needs to know at this time for their greatest and highest good? Okay. Spirit said stop. Be there for you. Now, what have we been talking about this whole reading? It's time for us to be there for ourselves. It's time for us to stop putting other people before us. It's time for us to stop allowing, our own minds to be our own worst enemy. When you already are combating the energetic, attacks of the world, it doesn't help that you are being attacked by energetic vampires in the world, and then you attack yourself at the same time. I'm talking to myself as I'm saying this. Okay, so definitely realize that you have to be there for yourself. If nobody else is going to be there for you, baby, as long as you know that you got you, as long as you know that sometimes, It's me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Period. Sometimes you have to be your own best friend. Sometimes, it be like that. When you feel like you have no one else to talk to besides the divine and your higher self in your journal. Okay? At the bottom of the deck, Starborn. Okay? It says, even the sun doesn't know it's a star. Even the sun doesn't know it's a star. So Spirit wants you to recognize you are a star. And all the things that you went through were meant to mold and shape you into who you are. And you are one of one, and that is your superpower, that you are unapologetically and authentically you. And that's what Spirit wants you to realize is the biggest thing that's standing in our way as a collective is a fear of being us. And fearing that we are not going to be accepted, that we are not going to be seen, that we're not going to be loved, that we're not going to be accepted. And Spirit said, fuck their fucking validation. Fuck being accepted by anyone as long as God accepts you and as long as you accept you. Everybody else's opinions don't matter. Okay? So, I'm going to read the little description and then we are out of here. So this is be there for you. It's time to let yourself off the hook. Don't interpret the behavior of other people or circumstances outside of your control to indicate something negative about you. Forgive yourself for anything that you feel you have done wrong. You can learn from your choices more easily if you stop punishing yourself whenever you feel that you've made a mistake. Even the decisions that we regret can help us grow wiser when we swap judgment for compassion. So some of us have been too judgmental on ourselves. It's time to give yourself some grace. Go easy on yourself. Buy your own damn drink because you are the best thing that ever happened to you. Period. It says, heavy on the throat chakra, needing to speak positive affirmations. Utilize the throat chakra to speak positivity, not negativity. Okay, it says sometimes we can only learn what we need to know from what doesn't work out so well at the time. I definitely said that. Forgive yourself. Have your own back. Be good to you. Period. The more that we live in the past, the more that we beat ourselves up for the things that we can no longer control, the more that we keep ourselves in stagnation. So next is Starborn. You have a strong spiritual connection with the universe. Trust your intuition and your innermost feelings about things, especially when your inner feelings is at odds with the appearance of something. So believe what you see, okay? It may look good on the outside, but if intuitively it doesn't sit right with you, listen to your gut feeling, period. It says, sometimes it is when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place. You just cannot see it yet. So that's, again, believing in the unseen, not obsessing over the outcome. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not happening, loves. It says, you have a special and deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill. You cannot get there with logic and planning. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. Following your heart along with your spiritual path is going to lead you to your best, brightest, and most beautiful life success. So continue to trust your intuition, continue to grow in your spiritual gifts and your spiritual maturity, and you're going to be blessed with the life that you always dreamed of. And you know why? Because you deserve it, loves. I deserve it, you deserve it, and we all deserve it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will be posting this on my YouTube if you just came in. So make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube if you feel moved to tip for the energy exchange. My Cash App and information are pinned on or listed underneath my horoscopes on all my platforms. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you just hit me up in the DM. I am still doing my sales for Sagittarius season, so it is $5.55 for one question, $11.11 for two. Okay, my loves, so please be on the lookout for new videos that I'm going to be posting on YouTube this week for the 12 individual signs, as well as other contents, just so you guys can get to know me better and understand, who I am. That's if y'all want to. But shout out to the Uni Goddess gang. Shout out to everybody who's still on this live, to the 9 people who have been here. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your energy. And I appreciate the love and support. I will be announcing more information about the event for the new moon in Sagittarius. So please be on the lookout for that. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Peace.